Modifying a layer's transparency with the mask. At this point, any operations performed on the canvas will apply to the mask and not to any layers themselves. To illustrate how masks can affect its layer's transparency, let's paint. I am going to use the rectangle select tool to select roughly the top third of the image, and I'll fill this selection with black. Click Tools. Selection Tools. Rectangle Select. Using the Rectangle Select tool, I'll select roughly the top third of the image. I want to fill this selection with black, but before I do I need to make sure that my foreground color is black. Click on the foreground color in the color area to bring up the Change Foreground Color dialog. The Change Foreground Color dialog allows you to set the foreground color. For this example, set the color to black, RGB, 0, 0, 0. With the foreground color set, you can now use the Bucket Fill tool to fill in the selection. Click Tools. Paint Tools. Bucket Fill. You can now click inside the selection to fill it with the foreground color, black. As soon as you do, you'll be presented with a new view of your image on the canvas. As you can see, filling the selected portion of the layer mask with black resulted in that area having 100% transparency, showing the layer below it. If you rectangle select a different area of the mask, you can fill it in with a different shade of gray to produce a variable opacity. For example, I will select a few different regions of the mask, and fill it with different levels of gray. If you examine the layer mask, you'll see that there are different levels of gray being applied, black to white, from top to bottom, and their value is what determines the opacity of the layer.